technically correct answer can still be commercially weak. Commercial acumen means your advice makes sense in the real world. In ACC, a professional papers, students often calculate the right number, but then recommend something that ignores cash, capacity, customers, risk, or implementation. In this video, we will look at what commercial acumen means, what the examiner wants, the do's and don'ts, worked examples, and powerful phrases you can use in the exam. Commercial acumen means thinking beyond the technical answer. You consider whether the recommendation is realistic for the business in the scenario. That means thinking about cash, customers, competitors, capacity, people, systems, timing, regulation, and risk. Good commercial acumen answers the question, would this advice actually work? A simple formula is decision, business reality, practical action. First, identify the decision or recommendation. Then explain the commercial reality affecting it. Finally, suggest a practical action, condition, or next step. This turns a technical answer into professional advice. The examiner wants advice that could work in practice. They want to see that you understand the business, not just the calculation. A strong answer considers constraints such as cash flow, resources, market position, operational capacity, stakeholder reaction, and implementation risk. The examiner is asking, can the student think like a real advisor? Here are the commercial acumen do's. Do link recommendations to the company's objectives. Do consider cash flow and funding. Do think about customers, competitors, staff, suppliers, and regulators. Do mention implementation issues such as timing, systems, capacity, and expertise. Do make recommendations realistic for the scenario. Commercial acumen should feel grounded, not generic. Now, the commercial acumen don'ts. Do not rely on one calculation only. Do not recommend the highest return without considering risk. Do not ignore cash or capacity constraints. Do not make recommendations the business could not realistically implement. Do not use generic business phrases without linking them to the scenario. A commercially weak answer may be technically correct, but practically unrealistic. Let us compare a weak answer. The option has the highest return, so the company should choose it. This is weak because it relies only on the financial return. It ignores whether the company has enough cash, management time, operational capacity, or market experience to deliver the option successfully. Now, a stronger version. Although this option has the highest expected return, it requires significant upfront investment and management capacity at a time when cash is constrained. A phased implementation may be more commercially realistic because it protects liquidity while allowing the company to test demand before committing fully. This is stronger because it balances the financial result with real business constraints and gives a practical way forward. A strong commercial paragraph often follows this rhythm. Financially, the option appears attractive because commercially the main constraint is, therefore, management should. This structure helps you avoid giving advice that looks good on paper but fails in practice. Here are powerful commercial acumen phrases you can adapt. This recommendation is commercially sensible because it supports the company's objective while remaining practical to implement. The main practical constraint is the company's ability to fund, staff, and manage the option. Management should consider whether the business has sufficient cash, capacity, and expertise to implement this option. The proposal may be attractive financially, but it could create operational pressure if the company lacks capacity. A phased approach may reduce risk while still allowing the company to benefit from the opportunity. These phrases help your answer sound like real advice, not just exam theory. Before you move on from a commercial acumen answer, check 6 things. Have I linked the advice to the objective? Have I considered cash? Have I considered capacity? Have I considered risk? Have I considered stakeholders? Have I made the recommendation realistic? If the answer is yes, your advice is more commercially aware. Full notes on communication, analysis, evaluation, skepticism, and commercial acumen are available on the RevPro website. go to RevPro.club and download the Professional Marks PDF. You will find detailed explanations, do's and don'ts, examples, and powerful phrases that you can practice before the exam. Remember, commercial acumen is not about adding business buzzwords. It is about giving advice that is practical for the company in the scenario. If your answer considers objectives, constraints, risks, and implementation, it will sound much more professional.